and welcome. We're kicking off our Season 6 tournament this evening with the opening game between the Core Crashers and Dragon's Horde. I am Kaimo Tripson. I will be your host and commentator, waiting on my co-caster Jinxie, whose mom killed the internet for a bit. But she should be hopping on momentarily. And as this is on the current patch, we will be playing with 3 bands this evening, although as per Nexus Raider rules, Jimmy and Asmodan are not available for play yet. That will be next weekend, we will see those. So the map bans were Dragon's Horde banning out, I believe, let me just make sure I have this in the correct order. Dragon's Horde banned out Braxis, and Core Crushers banned out Towers of Doom, with Dragon's Horde opting for first pick, or first map going over to Infernal Shrines. Alright, so it should just be another minute on waiting on Jinxie. And let me just check to make sure that everything is good to go. It has been a while since I have streamed any of these games, so I just need to check on my audio, video, all of that good. Let me just check to make sure that everything. Change the title and all that. All right. Do. Alright, sorry guys, this is... Typically I have the wonderful Atlantis AL doing all of the streaming and production for me, and I just have to talk, but as he is playing in this game, I have to do all of the difficult stuff that he usually does, while also casting and setting everything up, so I apologize for that, but everything should be good to go now. We're looking good on stream. Jinxie is getting back on the internet, and both teams are ready to go. And we will get started shortly. This will be a best of 3, with the loser of this match getting choice of first pick or map choice for game 2, and we will see what these teams will bring to the table with the new 3-band system. There's been a number of changes since we had our last tournament. Core Crashers is a new team. A lot of these players I don't actually. The only name I recognize is Atlantis AL. So potentially 4 new players, so welcome this team to Nexus Raiders. And Dragon's Horde is a returning team with, I believe, some roster additions from Abusement Park, who were the champions on the last season tournament. So we'll see if they will be the force to be reckoned with, as they were in last season. And we have next weekend will be the match between Knifewing and Tilt Not Tilted. Hopefully that will be scheduled as we go. Now we should just be on a weekly schedule. So same time on Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and all the time zones in between at twitch.tv/Nexus Raiders. And that is about it for intro. Check us out on Twitch. You can watch, I think the highlights of our last season may or may not be up on our YouTube channel. Not entirely sure. It's been a while since I've done any of this production type thing, but we will hopefully get kicking off soon once I have my co-caster.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Hi, everyone. I will be on in just 1 second. Sorry about that.
Excellent, welcome. Well, I have the lobby, Jinxie, so feel free to hop in. I just finished all the intro stuff, and
Yep,
kicked
I am
off the stream.
logging in right now.
Sweet.
There is an authenticator code. Thanks, Blizz. This was totally worth it for the puppy that I got, and wow, just kidding, it totally was.
We have questions in chat already about, you know, actual rosters. I don't know how to check that, but I'm assuming these guys know. That's okay. He's like, is this guy a Smurf? He says, no, he's not a Smurf. He's not good enough. Yeah. R.I.P. So yeah, I informed them that Rainer and Jimmy are banned.
Rainer and Jimmy.
Both Rainer and
No.
Jimmy are banned.
Feels bad.
As well as Asmodan, you know, but we're good to go. We should, Urel's good to go though. Yeah? Urel, wait. When did Urel come out? I guess if they pick Urel, we're going to assume that she's good to be picked. Because I honestly don't know the release schedule anymore. I have too many other things on my head.
I think that she's available in HGC. She should be available in this tournament.
Yeah, well, Jimmy's also available in HGC and not in ours.
That's fair.
So, there we go.
Alright, sorry about that, friends. I'm ready to go.
Alright, just checking with both teams ready. I will make you a referee as well. And we will hop into the match. That is one team ready to go. Jinxie's ready to go. I'm good to go. Alright. GLHF, and away we go. Maybe? There we go.
Maybe, okay.
So on Infernal Shrines with the 3-ban system, this is the first time we will have seen this in Nexus Raiders. Are we going to see Alexstrasza on this map?
I certainly hope so. She's one of my favorite supports to see. She's so good on this map. She's so impactful. I think she's probably one of the best supports in the game right now. So I'm really hoping that we'll get to see her play it.
I would agree with all of those things. You know, I'm expecting the standard bans of choose 4 of Urel, Chromie, Genji, Tracer, Abathur, Malfurion. But we'll see what these teams know about each other from scrims, or if they have any strange heroes that they like to play. I mean, that's the Nexus Raider special, is pulling out those off-meta heroes and brawling with them. So we'll see as the timer runs down on the first pick. They will ban out the Zagara.
That's an interesting first ban. I can't say that I've seen that in quite some time, but she did get a rework, you know. She's a little bit weaker in the early game, a little bit stronger in the late game. Great for pushing lanes, so maybe they know something about each other that we don't.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, so this will be with Dragon's Horde will be on the left, and Horde Crashers on the. I'm gonna mix that up.
Stu got banned, always a good ban. You know that AoE silence, especially if they pick the expanding talent level 1, is quite detrimental to any composition. And I have to say, sitting there in front of the gate with the silence is extremely annoying.
Alright, Dragon's Horde is on the right, Core Crashers is on the left. So map pick was by Dragon's Horde. So maybe Core Crashers just is not ready for the split push style that Zagara brings and just wants to have like a more straight up team fighting comp and not have to deal with that macro play.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Kael'thas
is
a fine band, getting rid of AoE Shrine Clear. CC.
Do we see the Jaina ban in response, or do you think Dragon's Horde would like to pick that? Maybe Core Crashers would like to pick that. She's super strong right now. She's almost necessity, but it's going to be a Tyrael ban.
Ooh, I wonder if this is going to be... if they're banning that out specifically for, like, if they want to do a Greymane dive all-in style comp, or something that Stukov and Tyrael can ruin.
Oh, I hadn't even considered that. That's a really smart idea, you know. I think Dragon's Horde is known to dive. I know that Trogdor plays a lot of Greymane. Greymane is phenomenal on this map. He's phenomenal at any comp, and it's going to be the first pick Genji.
And Cho'Gall is an option because Dragon's Horde this season does have members from Amusement Park on it, and they are known for playing Cho'Gall, so we will see if that comes out. But Genji first pick, solid, shows nothing about your draft. Strong hero if they can get the kills, get those resets.
So now we'll be looking for a burst hero from them, and probably a something that can prevent, you know, Genji from diving in, like Phoenix Rhaegar. That's an early pick Rhaegar. I can dig it.
Yeah,
The
with
Ancestral
the
is always great in,
yeah, the
in any team
changes
comp.
changes to his shield build, and he can get really good mana conservation actually on the shrine. Chain
Yeah,
heal,
definitely. Chain Lightning is great for sign clear. I'm so sorry I cut you off.
fine. You can still put out good healing numbers with that chain heal. Ancestral is nerfed a little bit, so you're gonna have to use it earlier on that tank to save it. But damage Rhaegar with full shield build, and that, or they could just be building a Bloodlust comp. Oof, that's a front line.
This is looking really tanky on the side of Core Crashers so far. Blaze always a must on Infernal Shrines. You know, the bunker provides so much for the team. Muradin, great. You know, dive in, dive out. He's actually pretty good counter diving compositions just because the Thunderclap does reduce your auto attack.
And then they'll have, of course, the bunker just as your get out of jail free card for anything. There we go with the support band, banning out that strong Malfurion. So with Malfurion and Stukov taken off, it limits. I mean, Alexstrasza is still up, and I mean, this is her best map. She's with the new buff to Lifebinder. She's like, as you said, one of the strongest healers. So I would not be surprised for an Alexstrasza pickup here.
I'm really hoping for Alexstrasza. I haven't seen her played in Nexus Raiders in quite some time, so you know.
Since
Pluses.
I like the Johanna ban. Solid wave clear option, shrine control. So it's going to be, what, ETC Garrosh, do you think, for their tank?
That would be really good. It's a great contradiction to the Muradin Blaze. You know, Blaze can be body blocked out of his escape. Muradin only has one jump, and if you get him to burn him early, he's kind of a sitting duck. Ooh, it's the Cho'Gall!
There we go, first game, the Cho'Gall comes out. Although, Rhaegar with Cho'Gall is a bit rougher now because of that Ancestral. Like, the Alexstrasza into Cho'Gall, much better. But so far, there we go. And they're going to pick up a counter to their
Brightwing healing.
Okay, I love
this
this game.
Oh man, this is Nexus Raiders right out of the bat in game one.
Fantastic. The Greymane for that Curse Bolt into the Cho'Gall, the Brightwing for the Polymorph. You could have Genji bombs with Brightwing, and there's a variant coming out. That might be a Dawnforge special.
This is wild.
Oh, Milk and Cookie special. So we have, are we gonna see Bloodlust Rhaegar? Is that
I would
crazy?
be surprised. I would like to see. That is a front line and a half.
Like, you got the very.
Dragon's
I'm
Horde.
just thinking you got Twin Blades variant with a Bloodlust.
Oh man, you know, I was thinking actually Sea Smash. Hadn't even considered Twin
Well,
Blades. But
neither of us were considering Taunt, so let's see what we have here. So, with these two bizarre drafts, Jigsy, which team do you think has the edge as we move into Infernal Shrines?
Oh man, you know, I think I actually have to give it to Core Crashers. I think they have a nice synergistic comp, even though they do have the Brightwing heal. But if you look over at the side of Dragon's Horde, that's a lot of pressure on Phoenix to do damage. Granted, Gall does do a lot of damage, but you know, their only main assassin is Phoenix, and then you have Trogdor on the Cho. Dawnforge on the Gall. Dawnforge is a great Gall. They're a super aggressive team. But if Trogdor makes one misplay and the Cho'Gall goes down, that's two heroes down. And then you're left with Varian, who's probably not going taunt, Rhaegar, Phoenix. And that's some squish right there.
I have to go with Core Crashers because they have Brightwing, they have Portrait Synergy, and they have Blaze. I mean, it's... Bunker could deal with Twisting Nether for a little bit. It can deal with Upheaval. It can deal with Purification Salvo. You just hop in the bunker, you're fine. Like the resets on the Genji are going to be hard to come by, but Phoenix is definitely a kill target with the Muradin and the Blaze on there. So it will be up to the Cho'Gall and the Variant to dish out that damage, keep the backline safe as they're less standard CC tanks.
I know the question is though, do we see Planet Cracker come out? Is that the end game?
Dude, I hope so. I want to see like Planet Cracker. I just want to see all the memes. All right, in the blue team, we have the new team to Nexus Raiders. It is the Core Crashers with Defop playing the Blaze. We have N64 Overclock on the Brightwing, Elamir on Greymane, Atlantis AL on the Muradin, and DK Unleashed on the Genji.
And over in red are Nexus Raider's old favorite, Dragon's Horde with Felinoche on the Rhaegar. Thor is here playing Phoenix. Milk and Cookies is Varian. Don Ford, Sunmat Gall. And Trogdor is playing Cho.
As we see, they're splitting off Blaze to the top, with the rest of the teams going mid for that brawl, trying to get those stacks on Lion's Maw, and I think that's the only questing talent we see here at level 1. It is, apart from the Gaul. But yeah, that's Totem coming out of Rhaegar.
The Muradin Hammer quest.
True.
What is that called? The Stormbolt quest, it's just called Stormbolt. I gotta say, I like what Core Crashers is doing right here, staying far back. They know that they can't win versus Cho'Gall 5v4 right in the early because he's a super early game hero, and then if you let him spiral out of control in the late game, if you're not the same level, there's just nothing to do with him.
Yep, Blaze was up there just getting an extra mini wave of soak. Varian will not be up there. Murden taking a bit of damage. Let me get a pause here as we lose Milk and Cookies. Bot Varian probably not as good as Milk and Cookies Varian.
Yeah, I would have to agree, considering he's also not level 4, so he's kind of just like a minion with a fat health pool.
Right, let's look at some talents here. I mean, we have block on Murden. I like that adaptation here. Third Wind is nice, but I mean, the block could be good against Varian, Phoenix, and Gaul. Everything else looks pretty standard. We have Colossal Totem on Rhaegar, so it's going to be, you know, bigger totem with more area. Instead of the going into that shield at level 1 to get extended radius on the lightning build.
I suppose that means that we're probably going to have to see Purification Salvo come out instead. It looks like we might be going into a totem build, which I am actually kind of bummed about. I'm ready for the Planet Cracker. Planet Cracker Cho'Gall 2018. Let's go.
Okay. So it looks like Milk and Cookies left the game. No one told me that he came back. So we're just going to go ahead and hop back into the game. I just saw to leave the game, and here we go. Back into the 4-man rotation. Felinoche has to be careful on Rhaegar as he's already out of mana a minute into this game. As Varian rotates up to battle the Blaze. We'll keep an eye on that solo lane. As not really much is going to happen up there. And I like this from Core Crash. Is immediately going to take that camp. We'll see if Dragon Sword is going to sniff this out or just going to be content with getting that experience. Still just passively. There you go. They're going to start bottom camp now. Brightwing goes in for the phase on Greymane, not quite in time. Greymane does go down. First blood going over to Core Crashers as Brightwing and Genji slowly take down this camp. Jinxie Cat, are you still here or did you fall off?
I have
Excellent.
been saying words and I've been muted the entire time. Good stuff. Thank you for Bark Doggo.
Excellent.
Yeah, I was. At least I'm glad I didn't talk over you. You know, I said I was a little bit greedy by Greymane right there. He just walked down right in front of him, and it's kind of like, what did you expect, friend?
But he's back now, so a camp was taken bottom, a camp was taken mid. Both teams are just going to rotate, clear that out as Varian and Blaze just go back to battling. Varian hits level 4. Are we taking bets? C-Smash, Twin Blades, or Taunt? I'm going
I'm hearing
Wind Blades.
C-Smash.
Okay,
Come
C-Smash
on,
and Wind Blades. Let's see who was right.
Everyone waits with bated breath. The anticipation is insane.
It is C-Smash!
C-Smash!
Alright, we have Haya
Oh,
coming
man.
out of Varian, so they're going to try and use him as an damage dealer, just blow up those targets. As Core Crash is now looking over with this 15 seconds to grab out this Bruiser Camp, get that pushing top. So they are going to get that extra pressure as they get level 5 first. But Dragon Sword grabs that mid camp, so they're going to have a little pressure of their own. And Cho'Gall soaking experience bot lane.
I just want to say, I think it was a much better idea by the Core Crashers to take their top camp, because if you look, this is the Fallen Shaman camp, and this one regens. Meanwhile, the other Siege camp, once those goats are down, they're down. So Dragon Sword may have a little bit of a problem in their hands as they go to contest the shrine.
And here comes Cho'Gall coming in. He got that experience, soaked bottom. They're both level 5. 10, they're fairly even. Core Crash is going to clean out just to clear up that camp, giving Dragon Sword a little bit of time on that shrine for free.
We do see Varian go up to clear the camp top lane. That's going to be a little bit of trouble for Dragon Sword later on, I think. They are ahead, as you said, in the lead on the shrine defenders. Cho'Gall taking a bit of damage. Muradin hurting. Gonna have to step out, let his trait kick in. He chooses not to.
Yeah, Brightwing is a very slow healer, and the amount of damage they have from the Phoenix and the Cho'Gall is going to be hard for her to heal up. They're going all in on that Phoenix.
Will fall. It's so unfortunate if you look. Rhaegar is out of mana, out of health, and Greymane is ready to pounce. He gets away just by the skin of his teeth. Genji goes in.
Genji,
and he will
by the
die,
way.
but unfortunately Genji didn't kill him with Swift Strike, so he will fall as well. That is a 2-for-1 in favor of Core Crafters, and the Shrine will go over to them.
Excellent fight there. Haya goes in, almost gets the Brightwing. Murden jumps into body block. Blaze with a beautiful
AL
stun.
taking a ton of damage, but they all just managed to skirt away.
And the Punisher wants to
Punisher
fight.
Cho'Gall.
This might be Cho'Gall's going to get away fine. That was just very well held there by Core Crasher. Just waiting, finding the right time to go in, get those 2 kills, and get that Punisher.
You know, that's the hard thing about Genji on this map, is you have to... You can't just stay on the shrine low health and hope to get it. You have to go all in, get it right away, or back out. Because if you're less than half health, he'll probably dash in and he'll probably kill you.
They do manage to get 1 tower out of that, although even with those couple of kills, you know, Dragon Sword is only about, you know, a half of a level behind as they hit level 7 now, and they should be able to soak that up. Both teams should hit level 10 by about the next shrine as they're looking for this bottom camp again.
We do see, you're right, Dragon's Horde not going to the bottom camp. They're just going to go ahead and play the split game while Core Crashers does pick up their siege camp.
Now, it is interesting that neither support opted to take a cleanse. So that'll make it a lot easier for either of these teams to pick a kill on these targets. I mean, with the Stormbolt, the Blaze, that's a lot of CC, especially the Polymorph. Like, that could be a dead Phoenix, as we saw earlier, as well as, I guess, Dragon's Horde has less CC, but it's still there. But this could still be.
I was gonna say, I can understand the Brightwing not taking any cleanse, because the only CC we have is a slow from Rhaegar. Obviously, at level 16, that becomes much more detrimental. But if you look at the side of Core Crashers, they have a Polymorph, they have a stun combo. You know, this could become really, really scary for the side of Dragon's Horde. Rhaegar is kind of a smaller health pool for a melee hero, being a support. Phoenix's health is expendable the first half. The second half is, you know, only like 1100 health, I think, at this stage. It's not a whole lot.
Yeah, he's 1500 health and 800 shield or something. It's yeah, he's kind of squishy. We have the Blood and Thunder on Rhaegar. I'm still hoping this is gonna be a Bloodlust. Like, C-Smash Bloodlust, this is just perfect Bloodlust comp. Please do it. So Core Crashers opting to take bottom camp. Look, they're gonna hit level 10 now. They might look to pressure bottom fort. Just get the wall, get a nice experience lead heading into the shrine, while Dragon's Horde is still in the rotation, looking to try and maybe get a kill out of this.
This is really bad for them because no one is soaking the top lane. They're just now rotating the bottom to deal with the camp. And we do see level 10 hit first by the Core Crashers. We have Cursed Bullet on Greymane, Bunker of course, Avatar, Emerald Wind, and we're still waiting on that Genji pick. He's holding it, which I think is really smart at this. It is going to be Dragon Blade.
It's going to be a Dragon Blade.
Right.
I like the Dragon Blade. I mean, there's no real, outside of, you know, if Cho goes Twilight Hammer, there's no actual hard CC that can stop the Dragon Blade. And with the Bunker there, it's, I guess he feels he does not need the survivability mobility that X-Strike gives him. So we have level 10s picked up. It is the Ancestral. Phoenix is considering Shield Wall on Varian, Shadow Bolt Volley, and Hammer of Twilight picked up for Cho and Gall. Both Bruiser camps will meet top and just sort of fight it out. While the Shrine is going over to Core Crashers with a lead of 11 as Dragon's Horde looks to make an approach.
Alright, this is really kind of a scary place for Dragon's Horde. 26 goblins on the side of Core Crashers, and I think they're going to have to let this one go, Kaimo.
There goes the Planet Cracker.
Planet Cracker, nice!
Just to zone them off. Ancestral's a little bit early there on Cho'Gall, not being pressured, but the fight is starting, and Genji's looking.
That was a great bunker usage by Atlantis right there. Cho'Gall will fall, and Dragon's Horde is going to have to back out. You know,
that would be... Sorry.
Just with the lead that the Core Crashers had on the Shrine, I'm really confused as why Dragon's Horde contested at all. You know, they weren't even in the mid lane until Core Crashers had 26 minions, and by then I feel like your time is spent better elsewhere. Now they have a 2-for-0 kill. The front gate falls down, and the Core Crashers are looking to press the fort in the bottom lane.
Exactly. I mean, it could have been very easy for Dragon's Horde with that camp pressure they had top lane. Just clear out that bruiser camp, take top fort, and just trade out the forts, knowing that their shrine clear was way behind that of Core Crashers. So now Core Crashers is going to round level 13, and they'll be well positioned to take this map if they just play things the way they've been playing it. Prioritize this camp that they look like they're immediately going to head over to do.
I'm really confused to see a group of 5 so early in the game. They are proceeding to attack the camp that the Core Crashers are on. C-Smash does come out, but that's on Genji, so he just nopes away.
And Brightwing will get deleted.
Brightwing falls, poor baby.
She did her best with that Emerald Wind trying to secure the camp, but Dragon's Horde does steal it away. That was a very risky play that paid off for them. Fighting into 13, stealing away that camp, now they can get map pressure. Blaze is still top lane, just getting soaked. Like, that is free experience.
Yeah, nobody is bottom for Dragon's Horde, nobody is top. And so while they just secure the wall here, they're still as far behind as they've ever been. Nobody is soaking anything, and I don't think anyone realizes how impactful just a group of minions in a lane is. Even if you're just standing in a bush letting the minions duke it out themselves. No one really realizes how far behind you can get until
Brightwing coming back and looking at the variant. Cho'Gall gets polymorph, they are going to back away. There's... you know, the last half of, they're going to lose this entire, maybe both towers there with Blaze just shelling away. This is the difficulty with this Cho'Gall comp, is they do not have a traditional solo laner, so they're just ignoring that experience top lane. They're trying to capitalize it elsewhere by getting Merc pressure, trying to force fights while they're 4v5. It's not quite going their way, but they do catch a Muradin.
Oh, great! Muradin Stormbolt providing just enough CC to get that camp for free.
It was a good cursed bullet just to dissuade the Cho'Gall from going in. So now we're going to rotate and clear out.
Milk and Cookies does lead the game again, but no player pause. Oh, right.
Okay, he's back in.
Okay, never mind. No player
Alright,
pause
so
is
yeah,
needed.
I'm gonna not pause unless they tell me to, because this apparently is a thing that Milk and Cookies leaves and then doesn't. And there they go, it's fighting 14 into 12. Mm-hmm. Dragon's Horde still needs to clean out bottom camp. They
Twilight Hammer does come out. This is great on the side of Core Crashers. They're just kind of harassing Dragon's Horde, making them stay mid. All the while, the camp is actually gone, but
yeah, although
Blaze is still pushing top, and he is getting that fort.
He got he got half a fort, although for Dragon's Horde, they did get Avatar, so if they can get 13 here, they do have a favorable fight on the Shrine, as Avatar is a pretty big cooldown that will be down for this. Curse Bullet will be back up, but they need to get 13 first, and Ice Block picked up for Brightwing, so she's going to be a lot more survivable now.
We see both teams heading to their bruiser camps to get that Fallen Shaman to duke it out in the bottom lane. This might actually go in the favor of Core Crashers just because of the fact they picked it up so much sooner. And they're not going to have those towers to defend the top fort as Core Crashers will.
Mm-hmm.
Great rotation by them.
Blaze uses fire just to clean out those mini waves a bit so that his the Core Crashers mercenary camp gets a little bit more value. Might even take down that fort while this fight goes on.
Twilight Hammer coming out super early. There was Cursed Bullet, and Cho'Gall has to back out already.
They do still have a well mid lane on both sides. They could back out and tap if they need to. Shrine Guardian's pretty even. They're looking for a big fight here with the Planet Cracker. Waiting for the lineup. There goes C-Smash onto the Muradin. Do they get him? No, he does jump away. Dragon Blade goes in. Varian's the first to fall.
That's so unfortunate. The thing with Rhaegar and Cho'Gall is Ancestral Heal came out and you wouldn't even know it. Cho'Gall is going to fall here to the Genji. That's a double kill on the side of the Core Crafts, and they get away 3 for nothing.
And their
as
camp,
they pick up this Shrine.
Their camp has to be dealt with now by Phoenix, so they do not lose that fort. Third Punisher in a row going over Core Crashers. They have a commanding lead, looking to get 3 levels ahead and level 16 before Dragon's Horde can even get any close.
I know Cho'Gall is down, but I think something needs to be done on the side of Dragon's Horde if they want to get back in this game. They have so many squishy little targets, you know, who are just kind of running amok all over the map with no way to respond.
Mm-hmm. The last Planet Cracker didn't really hit any valuable targets. It was zoned out the Brightwing and killed a bunch of Shrine Guardians, but it didn't manage to get the finish on Muradin. They just have not been able to secure these kills.
You know, I think that might be a drafting issue had they maybe picked something, you know, like a Malfurion, like, oh, he was banned, a Leoric, something that could put people in an area, because at this point it's kind of like, oh, there's a blue space laser, we should not stand in that.
And the Shadow Bolt volley used on the Shrine, the Skeletal Defenders tank a lot of that damage. So it's very hard to get the damage on the priority targets that they need.
We do see a super spicy play over here on the Core Crashers, taking the enemy's home siege camp. Dragon's Horde looking to just push the top fort, and I think that Core Crashers are going to go ahead and let that happen because they're not going to take the full fort, just the wall.
Yeah, I mean, I go both ways. The play, I mean, it's a good play to get up there and get the experience. I love that. The problem with pushing a fort is that Core Crashers could just push a keep. And you'd rather have a keep than, you know, not have a keep.
Definitely, that's what I was going to say, is I think they wanted to go for the fort, but they have a camp pushing on the middle keep. They had all 5 members of Core Crashers pushing on the bottom keep, and I think that's exactly what they were looking for, because we now have another camp taken for Core Crashers, and another camp taken, and now the whole map has just been painted blue.
This does give Dragon's Horde time to catch up in experience as they clean out these mercenaries, get the soak. Core Crashers is going to take top fort for free. Dragon's Horde is really just stuck having to rotate around, cleaning up after Core Crashers.
I think if they want to get back in this game, they're going to have to make a play, fight a talent down, find a pick or something. But Core Crashers is playing this game very smart. They're rotating as 5. They're leaving characters like Brightwing and Blaze, who have escapes, to get out should they need it.
I think as soon as they hit 16, they should look to pick a fight somewhere that Core Crashers does not expect. Preferably like before the Shrine is active, like as Core Crashers is rotating in, Dragon's Horde looks for the flank and tries to get that fight. Pick off the Brightwing, pick off the Greymane, pick off one of those heroes in the back line, and do not let yourselves get engaged on like this. That was a good dodge by the Cho'Gall shove to dodge that Stormbolt. Playing passively here. Both camps are up. We should see both teams go over there to rotate. Like, get 16, and just, if they could get 16 like on this wave, and just rotate over and fight Core Crashers on that camp. I think that would be the play.
One of the problems I think Dragon's Horde is having is nobody is soaking. You look, there are 5 people on this camp taking it. When Rhaegar could take it by himself, that would allow you to have 1 person in the top lane and 1 person in the bottom lane, and now they're still 2 levels down as they go to contest this fight. It's not a talent option, but everybody scales with low, and so you're looking at 2 levels more of damage, 2 levels more of health, of ability power that the Core Crashers have on Dragon's Horde.
That is an excellent point. Is the number of resources devoted is it's too much of the like 5-man brawl mentality. It's just at this time you like don't contest this. Back off. Soak mid, soak bottom, soak top, like have Cho'Gall and Rhaegar take the top fort, get level 18, get as close as you can. They're going in. Ancestral beautifully timed.
A great ice block by Brightwing. She is going to get out just fine. Genji taking a whole heap of damage. Nice peel by Blaze.
They're all going in.
Muradin is in trouble, but he's Muradin.
That Stormbolt. They might actually be able to do something with this. If they can take it down that Genji, that would be huge. Cho'Gall does have 16, so he does have the Stealth Unstoppable.
Does go out, but no avail. Varian gets booped on by Blaze. Muradin going in. He jumps in aggressively. This is something they could turn on. Cho'Gall has a ton of health.
Rhaegar is completely out of mana. He's just a dog right now with like an auto attack. 30 to 27. This is incredibly close. Brightwing is facing back in, trying to get the heal. 33 to 30. Level 16.
Stormbolt does miss. Cursed Bullet comes out.
Genji the first to fall. Cho'Gall falls.
Oh man, the poor Dragon's Horde. They needed to make something happen there, but I think they were just.
They get it. Dragon's Horde gets the Punisher.
Oh, they do get the Punisher. I was
Phoenix with the last auto attack gets it. Brightwing has to ice block the John Cena jump. Phoenix is there to clear up if he can get the auto.
Oh wow, this is exactly what Dragon's Horde was looking for. Now they can go ahead and.
I would like to see them not push with
this.
Like, send someone mid, send someone top. Top fort is gonna die to the Bruiser camp, so that's good at least. But It's 2 versus 4 down here. They're not getting anything done. Just soak mid lane, take camps. They are going to do that now.
I don't understand what the Dragon's Horde is doing here. I mean, you look, there are 3 camps open. There are 3 resources out of 5 or 4 being devoted to the Punisher. They do manage to save the bottom fort. That's great by them. They lost the fort.
Brightwing's going to face check. Brightwing is going to face check. Okay. Brightwing should not have face checked, but they got the camp. Dragon's Horde is back in this game. They got top fort. The Shaman camp is being dealt with by Blaze as it just plowed through most of a keep, an entire keep wall. Half of a keep wall. Keep tower is what I should say. They could have level 20 at about the same, or about for the next shrine. That could be the last fight, as it will be mid.
Alright, we see the Dragon's Horde rotating down to get the middle, or the bottom camp, I'm sorry. Only Genji and Brightwing hanging out there. They do have the fort to fall back to, so they're gonna be fine. Dragon's Horde, or Corecrafter's doing all they can to soak 20, and this is great. You see the 3-man push, and again, Dragon's Horde has committed all 5 members to the bottom lane, which is really unfortunate for them, because they did get a little bit of a key lead. I'm sure they're feeling confident about themselves right now, but they're going to have to go to this next objective, 2018.
Yeah, at this stage, though, with the Cho'Gall unstoppable at 16, the Cho'Gall scaling, he's pretty threatening this late in the game, and he does draw resources out of Core Crashers, so he's not just really like letting them do what they want. They are having to respond to him with a number of heroes. So while they are giving up soak, they're also forcing Core Crashers to give up soak as well, which works better if you're ahead, but I think they can still get 20 for the next shrine. Especially if they can get bottom fort. Oh, Varian gets caught. Varian gets executed. Beautiful gank there by Core Crashers.
Oh man, you look at that, and that's a minute timer. They're not going to have Varian, and now they're going to go for the super spicy play of stealing their Bruiser camp. But Dragon's Horde is onto them.
Cho'Gall's looking to do something here by himself. Core Crashers doesn't know it's just Cho'Gall, but they're going in anyway. Beautiful unstoppable there to stop that Stormbolt. Camp is stolen away. I like the way Core Crashers is capitalizing on these death timers.
Definitely, they're playing the game very smart. They're patient. They're waiting, and I don't think Dragon's Horde really knows how to respond to it. It's kind of unfortunate for them. They had a small window to get back into the game, and quite frankly, I think they kind of blew it, sending 2 of their members to push against the 4 of Corecrafers who didn't end up getting the fort.
Yeah, they have 30 seconds to get half a level. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. If they get,
do they get it? Do they split? Please.
If they don't split, if they don't split, they don't get it. If they don't split, like they need.
They need to split right now, and they're not.
They need bottom wave. They need top wave. If they get bottom and mid, that'll do it. Okay, they are gonna get 20 before they fight, which is good. They could have had 20 a little bit earlier.
Smart play by them, but they're gonna have to concede this Punisher. All 5 of them again going bottom. We have a Core Crashers Bruiser camp pushing top. Core Crashers on the shrine, and you know they're at 12,
gonna go for it.
17. They're at 20, halfway down. There's no way they're gonna be able to go in on this shrine, but they have to.
They're going for it. They don't have to take this fight. They could take the fight behind the keep, but I mean, they have to win this fight right now and kill like 2 or 3 members to have a chance of getting this Punisher. That's a way to start.
So much damage. Muradin taking so much damage.
Brightwing falls first. Muradin in trouble.
Absolutely evaporated. Muradin takes a ton of damage. Greymane doing the best they can, and I stand corrected, Kaimo Chipson. It looks like the Dragon's Horde is going to get this shrine after all.
It's so close. It's so close. If Blaze can sneak in there and they're trying to snipe a few there, they have to be very careful not to die here.
Oh, this Cho'Gall just bodying the side of Core Crashers. Genji is incredibly low. They have no support. Blaze
33
doing what
to
they
29.
can.
Genji goes in 35. Does he get killed? The Dragon's Blade to escape.
Dragon's Blade comes out, but he's so low. This is all on cooldown.
They're at 37, 37, 39. Oh my God, Core Crashers gets it.
They did it.
They're so low. They can't get anything done with this Punisher.
Gosh.
They can get nothing done. The Punisher's gonna push. The Bruiser camp is gonna get a keep all by itself, so they get value that way.
Definitely, I don't know how much this oh man, that was an insane fight. I thought for sure. I don't know what to think anymore, Kaimo.
That fight,
teams are just going
that
at
fight
it.
was insanity. they do only lose. I think that they should be able to save this keep.
Yeah, definitely. With all 5 members devoted, the Shadow Bolt volley does come out.
Oh yeah, that'll take
doing
care
a
of it.
ton of damage.
Core Crash is immediately going into doing camps.
Great play by them. They've had so much map pressure the entire time that Dragon Torch just can't respond to it.
Yeah, let's talk about some of these level 20s. We have Farseer's Blessing on Rhaegar, more Ancestral Healing, as well as Healing Banner from Varian, I believe, Glory to the Alliance.
All the healing.
So that's gonna be good, helping. We have Storm Shield coming up from Brightwing, Burn Notice on Blaze, so he's gonna be doing some more damage. Infinite Dragon Blade, and Cho'Gall is going for armor reduction rather than the cool, which is good. I thought it would be the death timer reduction, but Cho'Gall has not actually died in a while, so he's gonna get more armor with more takedowns. And that'll make it even harder to kill, especially for that Genji.
One thing I want to point out is Phoenix picked up Singularity Charge as opposed to Immortality. That's an interesting play. You know, we've seen those Phoenix auto attacks just melt the Genji, fantastic, but in these fights, everyone has fallen so low. I'm wondering if Immortality wasn't the
bush
right
party.
pick there.
The bush party for the camp. They ping the Cho'Gall. Cho'Gall scouts one bush. Rhaegar just goes in.
Do they know? Do they know Genji being close around? He's coming back the other way.
Does
And I think they might give this one up, they?
This could be the fight that wins or loses the game, depending on how it
The
goes.
Unstoppable is down. If they're going to go do it, they're going to go now, which they
are
do.
going
they
in.
go.
Stormbolt misses on the Rhaegar.
No Unstoppable Bloodlether.
And the piercing bolt! The Planet Cracker!
Oh, Brightwing falls. Poor baby Brightwing. The bunker falls, but Core Crash just continues to go in. Genji's so low, getting those resets. He goes back in. Rhaegar falls. Varian falls. Cho'Gall is screamingly low. Muradin decides not to chase it, which is smart. Oh my gosh, what a play! They get the Punisher or the camp, and that might be game right there. Do they go and take it? We will see.
That fight was crazy. I mean,
the storm, the follow-up stuff, but there's no follow-up damage.
Curse Bullet goes out the silence. Cho'Gall is just gonna 1v4 easy unless he gets ripped apart by Greymane. That could be that.
Falls, and just no death timer.
Genji
that
dies to the keep.
Game. Oh my gosh. Oh.
But that will be game as the minions are on the core. What an excellent fight to end the game. Ancestral was slightly early, but that fight. Well played by both teams as Core Crashers take game number 1.
Well done, Core Crashers. GG. That was excellent plays by Dragon's Horde. I thought for sure they were going to come back in that fight, but they just wouldn't split up, and I think ultimately that's their downfall.
Yeah, the Varian pick as well, I don't feel like he added enough to the team. Because he suffered in the wave clear on the top lane against the Blaze. The C Smash was nice. They did get some kills with that. I think Taunt may have actually been the play, like just to lock someone down to have that execute with the Phoenix Cho'Gall Rhaegar, but it was well played. Dragon's Horde did a beautiful job coming back into that game.
Yeah, definitely, and I have to agree there was a little bit of a drafting misplay here by Dragon's Horde, but I think it was necessarily on who they chose as their solo carry hero. They have Phoenix, who did a ton of damage, but he's not an execution hero. You know, maybe they sniped the Greymane early instead. Maybe they picked a Kerrigan who's great on this map, who has some kind of execute. Tracer might have been another good hero, for instance. Just someone who can go in and finish off the kill, because we saw time and time and time again that Core Crashers were so low, but nobody had the ability to go in and finish them off.
I was watching those health bars. I'm like, oh, there's 5 heroes at 20% HP. No!
Shout out to N64 Overlock. We love Brightwing. We love a Brightwing win even more. It's in a meta where everybody goes, Brightwing.
I want to play Brightwing.
Congratulations.
I want to play Brightwing. My drafter won't let me, but I want to play Brightwing. Alright, so we're just waiting on which team would decide to pick maps. Dragon's Horde does have the choice of map pick or first pick. This was their map choice. Core Crashers was ready for them.
Yeah, the Core Crashers are looking great. I'm super excited. You know, this is a team that kind of came in, and we see one familiar name tag there with Atlantis AL. I'm not I haven't really met any of the other players on the team. They're kind of like a little like I want to say like nobody team, but like not in a mean way. We don't know who they are, and
No,
they have come with an explosive first
yeah,
start.
as I was saying, the roster of Core Crash is completely new to Nexus Raiders, with the exception of Atlantis AL.
I'm super excited
yeah,
to
so
see
it's
how well they
great.
do
It's great to have a
because
new team. Beautiful start for them. I'm excited to see how they play out in this tournament. So we do have confirmation that Dragon's Horde would like map choice, and they are going to Volskaya.
Ooh, well, Sky. I don't think have we seen that in Nexus Raiders yet? Or was that our
We
team at our last
we
tournament?
did see it in the last tournament. My old team played it against Amusement Park in our series when they played Cho'Gall against us on Dragon's Heart, and then we played Cho'Gall
Oh,
against
that's
them on
right.
Volskaya. Because we like to play Cho'Gall in this tournament. Alright, let me get that lobby link
That's
out.
the Nexus Raiders meta. I feel like we keep hoping for a meta where somebody's like, oh, why did they ban, Gazla? What's that got to do with the meta? But the Nexus Raider meta is just who's gonna pick up Cho'Gall first, or who's gonna ban Cho'Gall, right?
It's a thing that we like to play. It's like, we like to play our Chromies, we like to play Cho'Galls. There's the old, the Nexus Raiders meta that is pretty entrenched, but also does develop through these tournaments. As we see teams try to figure each other out. And we might see, later in the tournament, Cho'Gall bans against these guys. But the way Core Crash is playing it, they're not afraid of the Cho'Gall.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely showed their understanding of how to deal with Cho'Gall, which is just to soak, because Cho'Gall requires two people to play a hero, so that's two bodies you've put in one hero, leaving you with only 4 bodies on the map, and then you can't send him in alone. He needs the support, so you're dedicating 3 people to one lane. And then, like in the last draft, as we saw, Varian and Phoenix, they can hold the lane all right, but it's not a solo laner. So I'm hoping that Dragon's Horde learn from their mistakes and they pick a true solo laner this game, because it's quite clear that Core Crashers knows how to do it, and their Blaze is a pretty dang good player.
I was going to say, do we just see them rip the Cho'Gall again? And, go for broke?
I could definitely see it. I think Cho'Gall is a much better pick on this map than on the last one, because this one is just stand. You don't have to wave clear. You don't have to, race for resources. You can just sit, and who's great at sitting? Someone with a fat health pool.
Although at the same point, soak is still important. So.
Oh, definitely. if you stand too much, you will die. You'll have the Punisher, but you'll be 15-9.
Right. But, at least we'll see how the item control plays out here. I mean, I want to see both teams getting their turret camp as soon as it spawns, finding a way to get that heal pulse, and just really controlling those items. Because that's how you win games. Items are good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's one thing that really shows how skilled of a player you are, is how your priority on the items, and then when you use them, you see, in Bronze League, we don't see a whole lot of the turret camps picked up or placed. People forget that they're there. And then whereas in Pro Play, it's like, well, we've gone into third Punisher. Blue team has 11 turrets on 5 heroes.
Because pros are good at picking up items.
Each Viking has a turret, as well as Rexar and Misha.
Yes! Abathur has one, it's fine. I don't know why you're picking those heroes.
I will buy a drink to anybody who plays Lost Vikings and gets each one of them a turret. That is my promise to you. That is a juicy
Hasuabs will do it. Alright, going into the bans. Are we going to see some weird stuff? Chromie, Sergeant Hammer, both good heroes on this map.
Do we see the respect bans first of all? I would like to see a Blaze ban, because
dude,
I didn't
jet
see who the
propulsions,
gentleman
those
was
bunkers
playing.
were
Yeah. Oh,
the Cho'Gall ban!
No Cho'Gall for you.
Oh yes, you'd love to see it. Love to see it. Starting out with them respect bans. First ban Gall.
Atlantis AL. Nope, not wanting to deal with that.
First ban Cho. Just gentleman's agreement. First ban Cho. Don't think they're gonna do it. It's fine. Stukov. Okay, so they just don't want to play into Stukov. Second ban's here. Let's see if they're gonna go. The Chromie. Yep, no Chromie. No sand for you.
That's fine. You know, Chromie is one of the most aggravating heroes in the game to play against.
Would
On
you like
this.
to get killed from halfway across the map? Not really. Too bad.
Why is sit in the base as you try to contest a standing point where you have to stand still?
Mm-hmm. Yep, the chat saying always ban Gall, not Cho. Gall's pretty good.
Yeah, you know, I always imagine like why did you get pick Gall, and then it's like kind of like a grotesque. You got like Lunara with just like a
The
Gall head.
Blaze.
The respect.
I love it.
Oh
Love it.
man, we see it. The Blaze, who was insane last game, is not going to be Blaze today. If that opens up a little sneak peek into the Core Crashers hero pool. Do we see maybe Sonya come out? She's great on this map. Urel is crazy right now. Nothing like a space goat leaping on your face.
Goomba stomping. The first pick, Kel'Thas. Wow.
That is
Let's see what they can. I'm excited for this. You know, you first pick something like Kel'Thas, especially on like just on this map that's not super like
there's a
wave clear.
plan.
You know how to play your Kel'Thas. Leoric Phoenix. They have a Soul
man, the
Laner.
Phoenix again.
Entomb Planet Cracker, please. Please.
I am ready for what I was saying last game. You know, Leoric would have been really good. Phoenix is good again. Thor is here, was getting most of the kills, telling that Genji, you know, he can go back to base as he dove into the team.
This will be good.
Alright,
So they will have a standard Soul Laner. They're okay.
Oh
Varian
my
Malfurion.
God, there's the plan. Just blow it up. I hope you don't like living Dragon's Horde. Assuming it's taunt.
Yeah, I mean C Smash too. You could still get some work done with that, like C Smash, Gravity Lapse, Root.
You know,
It's
the Kel'Thas provides a lot of CC, and here's Malfurion. Would you like some mana?
Yeah, it's. I mean, they have a lot of CC right here, like taunt. I'm betting it's gonna be a taunt. Like that should be main tank Varian. They are gonna ban out the Garrosh, so they are afraid of another pickup. I guess they could have Soul Lane Varian. No double taunt. That would just be brutal. Phoenix would not live. Like
throw into taunt into taunt. Oh man, feels bad.
That feels
I
like
feel
playing
dirty
into
in my heart just saying it.
Feels like playing into a Chromie as well. You're like, I like playing heroes. You don't get to.
And what do we see from the core craft at the time? It's gonna be Jaina.
I like the Jaina. I mean, the Jaina Phoenix synergy with those slows. It's pretty good. Jaina has an amazing amount of burst. Malfurion just
definitely. If you also look at this
team,
it's kind of a lot of standing around as they commit their combo. And one thing that I've learned as a tank main with Varian is there is nothing worse going into to yell taunt an enemy and then just having a bunch of ice dumped on your head. It hurts.
Haha, I'm taunting. Ow. Zarya Lucio. Whoa, that's not a lot of crowd control. Not a lot of CC though. That's the only issue I have with their draft so far.
I have to say, shout out like Zarya. She's going to definitely be big in preventing these combo blowups. But I was really hoping for a cleanse support on the side of Dragon's Horde because you know, Kel'Thas, Flame Strike, Malfurion Root, Varian Taunt, and all the while Lucio is sitting in the back going choose. Ooh!
Oh
my goodness!
That is scary. That is
a lot of CC.
That is a main tank Varian with a Space Goat in the Soul Lane.
Oh man!
And a Maiev. Maiev is gonna have a field day with this.
This is definitely going in. You know, I think a double support comp is in order with the solo Phoenix again.
It has to be like it would have to be Uther. Gul'dan.
Oh man, they ain't afraid of no Space Goat.
Let's go. Let's see what Dragon's Horde is gonna bring to this terrifying comp we see on the side of Core Crashers. With the double Overwatch is pretty good, I hear though. So we'll see how that plays out for them.
That's true. Yeah, you know, I actually kind of like the Dragon's Horde because if they play passively and just passively soak until 10, as Varian, Urel, you know, Maiev go in for their combo, that's a fear waiting to happen. And then all of a sudden you have Maiev, who outside of her CC has, and Warden's Jump, which she can't use when she's feared, has really no health. Urel will probably get away fine, but Varian, without using his parries, kind of just flounders.
And yeah, I mean, if they can get the big, and this should be a Tranquility game on Malf. I mean, without Tranquility, it's going to be hard to keep up with the cooldown damage. On top of what the
Definitely.
Phoenix and the Zarya give. This is, you know, Zarya with Feel the Heat, and she just sits there and, like, lasers people. It's going to be some high damage output that we're going to see here. Lucio does not do much for the blow-up, but he does a ton for the sustain. So if they don't get the initial blow-up, like a Zarya shield goes out, I like the Zarya into this. Like, Maiev looks for a combo, bubble shield. Lucio can heal back up.
I've been there. It's frustrating when you go, Zarya's not a real hero, and then she bodies your entire team.
Alright, so on the left, in the blue, we have up 1-0 in this series is Core Crashers with Elamir on Kael'thas, Atlantis AL on the Varian. DK leashed on the Maiev, I cannot read names, N64 Overclock on the Malfurion, and Defop in the solo lane on the Yrel.
Alright, and looking at Dragon's Horde, we have Milk and Cookies on Glam, Trogdor playing that Leoric. Zarya is played by Don Force, Fele Noche on the Lucio, and Thor is here once again on the Phoenix.
And again, we see Core Crashers sending 4 to the mid, and the solo laner to the bottom, just get that experience, while Dragon's Horde sends 5 mid for that brawl. They're not getting the brawl.
Yeah, no, Atlantis AL playing very safe considering he is not a hero. Maiev going for that root combo, showing how well they can execute it already. Fele Noche takes a little bit of damage, as well as Thor is here.
Leoric is opting to head to the top lane to get that soak, while Gul'dan heads bottom to deal with Yrel. So this would be an interesting laning setup.
I like it though, you know, Gul'dan sustained damage might be what we
There's
need
a
to
gank on
Leoric.
Leoric. Leoric is not so easily ganked as he just race walks out of there.
Oh no, Atlantis AL taking so much damage, silly little Varian, you're not a hero yet.
Yrel is going to Goomba Stomp Gul'dan into the ground, it looks like, as we're just gonna...
Oh man, Milk and Cookie's taking so much
Does
damage.
have to tap already, which is unfortunate. They should probably send... I would say send Leoric down to deal with the Yrel. He's going to do a lot better at it than Gul'dan will. Maybe even the Phoenix? The Phoenix could be good too, with that half of his health bar being disposable and shielding. Just someone who can, like, poke. Gul'dan has to sit still, and Yrel can just walk up and hit him with a hammer.
Yeah, you know, even if Leoric can't really get a whole lot of damage on Yrel, he can just, hit her up with the spooky ghost rope, and then she has to use her escape to get away. This is a map where you, like, as we saw, you can gank really early, really quickly, so...
Yep, and Maiev Malfurion doing that turret camp, starting that out strong with that item control.
Do we see them rotate to the healing pulse now?
I think once they get 4, they should look to get it. Once Varian gets his heroic, that's when I would expect them to do it. Is Yrel's bodying bottom lane. Leoric is going to go down to help.
Do you see the lane pick up? Or
it is taunt, and here they go for the healing pulse.
Maybe, or do they go for that Phoenix who's severely overextended? He does get away though.
He still has his warp up. They might look to get a taunt off on the Phoenix. Come on, take the healing camp. Please? 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 No, it's fine.
They might take it a little bit closer once, there's the objective coming online, 30 seconds. Do we see them go for the healing pulse? Somebody get that healing pulse. It's just sitting there. Look at him, he's purple, he's waiting around.
Dude, it's a big robot. Who doesn't want to kill a giant robot? Well, I guess they want to get the giant robot.
I suppose. We do see the side of Dragon's Horde going to take
this is good.
Camp.
This is good. That'll get some pressure on the map. Core Crashers will match that pressure. Dragon's Horde has not opted to do their turret camp yet, so they are going to be down a turret. As Core Crashers steps onto the point.
We siege camp on the side of Core Crashers, and I was going to say it's map control versus the turret, but nope, they still haven't gotten it, and now Core Crashers has both.
Yep, so they are 5 on the point. Looking for the Maiev tether, and that is a tether.
Oh, no, this is so much a great root play by N4 Overclock.
Leoric gets away with 30 HP as Gul'dan dies.
Oh, so unfortunate. Oh, Leoric, being a little bit too brave, goes out and gets dunked on.
So 3 kills for free.
Oh, the taunt.
Goodbye.
Oh, this is why I wanted to cleanse. You could just nope that away, but you don't. No, Thor is here with his left with no shield. Does she go in? No.
CC wins fights is in this game. Like, that's 4 kills. Everyone in this game has died. Or everyone on Dragon Sword has died except Phoenix. Because Protoss are pretty good at the video game. First giant robot will be going over 2 core crashes. They put Urel and Malfurion there, and they just start sieging up on mid. Already a level ahead with level 7. They will look to get this fort here. Widen that experience lead.
Oh, Phoenix, poor little space crab.
He
does fall to the Punisher. We do see 5 in the lane pushing. And I have to say, New York just joining the fight. The camp up top is still pushing, so a little bit of favor for Dragon's Horde, but then
Leoric did rotate up top to clean out that camp and get some experience up there, which is good. But this is a brutal push. Like
oh man, there's nothing they can do against this.
They can go get. They have 10 seconds left, so they have a little bit of time to siege. The health bars are getting a bit low with Malfurion in the robot. Not a lot of healing going on. But they're just gonna look poke, maybe get some wall, drop off your support team. There you go. Malfurion's out.
And there's the hammer though, bonk. Urel gets away just fine.
And that level 4 mount talent, or that level 7 mount talent, she can just instant mount and run fast.
We do see Gift of the Naru as opposed to the.
Oh, Phoenix is dead. Phoenix is so dead.
Oh,
beautiful warp, Thor.
Nice warp.
And they will just instead take the healing camp, as Lucio is not going to do that turret camp. One of these days. One of these days. But Leoric is soaking. They are soaking lanes. Well done, Dragon's Horde. Get that experience. They're trying to taunt Zarya, but she's going to get speeded out of there by the Lucio as Phoenix takes the lane.
Alright, we see Leoric not doing the turret camp. I stand corrected. Over on the side of Core Crashers, Maiev and Malfurion are doing their turret camp, getting ready for the second objective.
No cleanse on Malfurion. Makes sense. Not a lot of CC on the side of Dragon's Horde.
It's really unfortunate for Dragon's Horde. I hope that they, maybe if this goes to game 3, pick up a CC comp, because you look at what they have right now. They have Fear at level 10. They have Entomb at level 10. They have
Expulsion Zone at level 10.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we're just waiting on the level 10 CC.
Dude, I mean, that's the wombo. You get you fear them into an Entomb laser expulsion zone, and then Lucio does DJ things.
He provides the break it down, you know, so you don't die as you're setting up the execute. That's kind of a little bit of die.
Yeah, heroics have been picked up for Core Crashers. We have the Ardent Defender on Urel, Phoenix on Kael'thas, Warden's Cage on Maiev, Shield Wall on Varian, and Twilight Dream on Malfurion. So this is the chance for Dragon's Horde. If they can get this Gul'dan stacked, Twilight Dream Malfurion's gonna have a hard time dealing with this poison. They are gonna get the combo out. Lucio will speed away as the camp is stolen. That's a lot of items I see, Core Crashers. 2 turrets and a heal pulse. Yummy.
Oh man, Phoenix does come out. It's a short cooldown. No big deal. Urel goes in as they do take 1 tower on the bottom lane.
Waiting
are they going to
get that
2?
second. Yep. Phoenix is top lane soaking and pushing that camp. They are going to get level 10 with this, and we will see what heroics they opt to take here. While there's a bit of a lull, let's just check. Gul'dan is at 21 stacks of Echoed Corruption. So halfway there. Here's the wombo! Come on, Planet Cracker. You have one job. Your job is to pick Planet Cracker.
I just want to say, great play by Thoris here over on that Phoenix. He did get that top top tower. He got that camp pushing in. Core Crashers has to go deal with it now, and they're totally caught up for this.
He's been a bit aggressive.
Alright. It is Planet Cracker!
Yep, he was not respecting the Varian, just like walking out in front of his gate, like, hello, I'm over here.
I don't care about you, Varian. You know, pulling a Tetcher. Oh, the first turret goes down early. Oh, and there's the Entomb Planet Cracker! Kael'thas is taking so much damage, but unfortunately nobody else follows up. Oh, just kidding. Goes Arya, she lets him get away, she gets taunted, he's got no health. He has 500 health, come on. Auto attack him.
Dude,
breathe on him.
That arcane barrier saved his life.
Oh,
Popped it instantly.
Dragon's Horde.
Healing Pulse goes down. I guess you don't need Tranquility when you can just drop a Healing Pulse. That's a beautiful tether there. Lucio speeds away. Leoric will be the first to fall as Urel is going to Goomba Stomp onto Gul'dan, who gets speeded away as well. Smack.
man, the hammer right to the face. No, Dragon Sword unable to contest this shrine. And that is the second Punisher for the, or sorry, Protector for the Core Crashers.
I mean, it's basically just robotic John Cena at this point.
Yeah?
They're
Yes.
just gonna push in here. They get the taunt.
Oh,
Phoenix.
Poor little Phoenix.
Phoenix does not respect the Varian, and he paid for it. I would like to see them split Leoric off to go soak. Like, they're...
Yeah, you know, any of their melees really, like, Zarya's doing alright, but Leoric isn't doing anything except for taking free damage in this fight.
I mean, this board is already dead. They need to try and keep up with soak. Like, Leoric could be double soaking mid and bottom with the aid of that conveyor belt. Just like Gul'dan, do the damage that he can. There's 28 seconds left, so they are going to get keep wall with this, and then probably back out, look to go get more items.
Oh, Leoric goes in, gets dunked on. That's all.
Sound barrier was out of range and a bit too late to hit the Leoric, so that's a cooldown. Phoenix, be very careful stepping up to that Varian.
We did see Twilight Dream go out, so that'll be down for another 80 seconds. And I really hope the Dragon's Horde goes to get some soak in some other lanes, because, you know, with this level 10 Punisher, that port was gone regardless in the top lane. There was nothing the Dragon's Horde could have done to save that, except for maybe die along with him.
So there's Gul'dan there, we're going to get that camp. There's
Do
some
you
heal
see
pulse.
them splitting off? I think it's kind of just maybe a frustration or a panic thing. Everybody stays top to defend, not to lose more, and as a result they end up, you know, losing more. They don't have the experience.
It's hard to know what to do when you're playing from behind in those shot calling decisions of where can we safely get experience, what can we safely do here to try and get back in this game. I do like they are going to grab that turret. They should look to get bottom soak, maybe mid soak while that camp is pushing out there. They go to get the mid soak. They're still traveling as 5, which, like, Leoric as a solo laner should split off. Like, Yrel is splitting off. Have Leoric at least match Yrel and soak. That is how...
or another thing they could do, you see, they go top to fight them, but Yrel is super far forward. She's finally leaving, going back in, completely out of position, and they're going to go try and fight the team that has a talent advantage on them.
15 has been picked up. They are almost 13. They are going to push in this wall to get them 13. They're trying to look for the 5v4 with the camp. There's the Entomb. There's the Planet Cracker. They get the Arcane Bear. Kael'thas
Planet Cracker
is so
with again
low.
With a phenomenal Twilight Dream right there. Nothing Dragon Horde could do except for get dunked on. Lyric trying his best. He will get away here.
They did get the Kael'thas kill. They got him, but that Twilight Dream was insane value.
This is okay. Dragon's Horde is still in this. They did get the 1 kill, and you know, when you're lowering your dog experience, that is really good for them. Unfortunately, Yrel was pushing the entire time. They lost 5v4, not having the level 13 talent. Or if they just would have waited, you know, 10 more seconds to go in, maybe something better could have happened, and they wouldn't be so far behind.
Yrel did get bottom fort. All the lanes are open for this Punisher's, or this robot, so the Protector will be pushing on keep if Core Crushers gets it. If Dragon's Horde can take a fight like that again, slightly better, not all group up for the Twilight Dream, they could easily win that. I mean, the Gul'dan damage was insane.
Definitely.
They just needed to split a little better, dodge the Twilight Dream, sound barrier something, and then maybe target the Malfurion in the Entomb? Kill the Malfurion?
That's what I was going to say, kill Malfurion, or at least... I think the best way to go in is have Leoric go in, bait the ice block, and then spook the Malfurion.
I mean, if you Entomb a Malfurion, the best you can do is ice block in the Entomb, which you're still in the Entomb 3 seconds later until it expires, so... You know, it does last 4 seconds, so there's still, you know, a second of Planet Cracker plus Graviton Surge could just be fired on top of that ice block, and they're pushing top fort, so they're trying to get experience here, but Core Crash is just going to counter.
This is good. I like this, but unfortunately, yes, Core Crash was pushing keep. They just seem to know where to be.
That's just something you're going to lose. You know you can't contest. You need experience. Taking that fort gets you a level. You're closer to 16. This keep is dead anyway, but they have to defend this. Here they go. They are looking to fight this under keep.
I wonder if maybe the smart decision was to have, like, you know, two players, say maybe like Lucio and Leoric split off to do the healing pulse camp, because I feel like they're definitely going to need it come this fight, because now that the keep is 75% health, there's a free Punisher, 4 Core Crashers, and Dragon's Horde has a prayer right now. Like, hopefully Heroes Gods are looking out and they can make an insane miracle
They just so this is the Yrel and the Maiev. That is a big part of their threat in that Protector. If they can take a fight behind it, like let Protector get on keep, dive behind it, and tune the Malfurion, try to get that kill, and then turn, they could take this fight right now.
Oh, right. Oh, nice. Unfortunately, the Planet Cracker is too fast, and so most of the damage is going to be negated by the Ice Block.
Yeah,
they are trying to get away. Gul'dan will fall. Lucio
that is
falls.
a keep. They are stepping up to 4.
Enough.
That was the Entomb that they needed. Oh, Phoenix gets wrecked.
I think this is going to be game here, Kaimo.
That is 5 heroes dead, Protector wailing on Core, Twilight Dream going out to silence the Core. It does not do that because the Core is not a hero. Fun fact. But this is
the more you learn. It was kind of, you know, maybe Twilight Dream, we've won, so let's use all of our ultimates. And GG, well done, Core Crashers. Excellent play. We are looking forward to seeing what you do.
Very strong showing from Core Crashers. The Cho'Gall, very strong showing by Cho'Gall in game number 1. Dragon's Horde just could not close that out. They had those fights going their way a lot of the times. It was just the fights were too late. Core Crashers was too far ahead in experience. They just could not. They clawed and clawed and clawed their way back in. They just could not make it. Really well fought, Dragon's Horde. Core Crashers, that second game, almost flawless. Like that was perfect.
Yeah, you look at the KDA right here. We have 1 kill on Kil'Thas up in the top, and I honestly feel like it's because Core Crashers were kind of a little bit reckless there. They didn't respect the 5v4.
Yep.
I think Dragon's Horde has a lot to offer, though. I think they need to go, you know, watch the cast, see what they need to improve on, work on their solo laning, because that was their biggest issue. There was the downfall of always being down 2 levels.
Yeah, like
if they just were to solo lane.
Looking at experience, Yrel has 12,500 experience soaked. Gul'dan 6.8 thousand. That's easily 2 levels, level and a half, something, right there.
If they change their laning and they soak some experience, I think Dragon's Horde will be really great.
Yeah.
They'll be an unstoppable.
No, this is
their team fight is insane.
Yep. Opening games, they have the Wombo combo. They have the Cho'Gall. This is they got 3 more games to play on each of these teams. We'll see how far they go. Thanks you for watching, tuning in. Next week, Knifewing versus Tilt on Tilted.
Very nice. I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be a bloodbath. Both of those teams like to brawl and throw abilities at each other until everyone's dead. So we'll see how that goes. That is it for us, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.